World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, this is World News in 5 and I'm your host Steph Vicente. North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un stood shoulder to shoulder with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping at center stage at a military parade in Beijing on Wednesday, marking the first such meeting among leaders of Pyongyang, Moscow, and Beijing in 66 years. The spectacle of Kim standing with Putin and Xi at the viewing gallery of Tiananmen Square marks a major display of their trilateral solidarity in defiance of the West. The three arrived at the rostrum side by side, sharing friendly conversations in a historic moment that displays solidarity among China, Russia, and North Korea. They stayed next to each other as the parade kicked off with elaborate ceremonies at Tiananmen Square, marking the 80th anniversary of what China celebrates as its victory over Japan and the end of World War II. The gathering of the three leaders have come together in 66 years since North Korean founder Kim Il-sung, Chinese founder Mao Zedong, and former Soviet Union Prime Minister Nikita Khrushchev jointly attended a similar military parade in 1959 at the square. In related news, U.S. President Donald Trump accused the leaders of China, North Korea, and Russia of conspiring against the United States as Beijing hosted China's largest ever military parade showcasing its growing military power. U.S. President Trump posted the remarks on Tuesday on the social media company Truth Social. Trump noted that many Americans lost their lives in China's struggle for victory and expressed hope that their bravery and sacrifice would be rightfully honored and remembered. Meanwhile, the parade in Tiananmen Square featured marching formations, armored columns, aerial flyovers, and new generation military capabilities, including unmanned systems, cyber and electronic warfare tools, underwater combat equipment, and hypersonic weapons. President Xi said during the parade that humanity faces a choice between peace and war and urged nations across the world to eliminate the root causes of conflict and prevent the recurrence of historical tragedies. And finally, 24 Japanese high school students serving as peace messengers to call for the abolition of nuclear weapons submitted about 110,000 signatures for world peace to the United Nations during their visit to the world body's European headquarters in Geneva. They met with Caroline Melanie Rajimbal, Chief of Service for the UN Office of Disarmament Affairs Geneva office. During their 90-minute talks, the students and Rajimbal discussed how to realize security that does not rely on nuclear deterrence. Representing the students, Ami Nagato, who is 16 years old, a first grader at Fukuyama Akenohoshi Girls Senior High School in Hiroshima Prefecture, Western Japan, handed the signatures to the UN. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the U.S. atomic bombings of the city of Hiroshima, the capital of the prefecture, and the southwestern Japan city of Nagasaki in August 1945 in the closing days of World War II. And that concludes today's edition of World News in 5 for Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This has been Steph Vicente. Good day and stay safe, everyone.
World News in 5.
Right now.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes. World News in 5. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.